So, as I said, in terms of that feeling, I've got the head cover, I think you can't quite see it, but we had something in front of you there, towel, a jacket or a head cover, whatever. You've got to get the sensation your club is swinging up this way more to get rid of the sky, or that really high one, okay? As you went back on this right-hand one, bit fan on the inside, but a good rotation. Top of the back, and the club's in a good spot there, yeah? So here we're great, yeah? Now the lower half has to move towards target as the arms kind of fall down this way and swing out that way. But what you end up getting is, because of that fear of slicing, which is sort of every now and then comes in, you start moving the club out towards the guy. Now from here, as you get down to this point, you've already started unhinging your wrist. So your club now is sort of bottoming out back here, and then you're kind of just scoop flicking it. And you can see when you're in the golf ball now, as you come into impact, your shoulders now impact there, are aiming off to the left. Your hips haven't really turned. You've just kind of gone like that, okay, rather than that kind of lateral slide. You've hit the bottom of the golf ball with the top of the drive, and up in the air it goes. Now, what it does is it stops the club face being open impact, yeah? Great. And the ball just goes, I mean, that's hitting the screen up there, yeah? I mean, you should be looking somewhere around here, to be fair, in terms of height-wise on that screen. Hits the screen up there and just goes very, very high at the sacrifice of a massive amount of loss of distance, yeah? Because you're catching it, as I said, on this part of the club. So I'd get, when you're down the range, get some, you can put duct tape on it or masking tape, or even just spray it with Pledge and just see on the club face where am I striking it, and then try to hit different parts of the face. Just what does that feel like, yeah? Try and hit, almost do that drill we said where you try and miss the top of the golf ball, swing from low to high and miss the golf ball, then try and hit it right on the bottom, couple of grooves, yeah? Get down here. Because once you're up here, the way you're striking the ball now is coming down with an air hostess on it, yeah? Just way up in the air. Now, it might fix the slice, but it's heaven on the same distance. There's no benefit to you hitting a drive, and that's where the frustration comes in. And you could feel when I was trying to get the club there, your arms were like... It was like gripping on for dear life, and that's going to create kind of that same motion of hanging back on it and pivoting, okay? This movement here wasn't too bad. This is one of the better ones you had, okay? Again, back is good. Head tilt's not so extreme, which is a good sign. Obviously, getting more of that flexibility. This left hip's got to move that way. It starts doing it, okay? Get the hands now slightly more over the golf ball where we're getting to impact, okay? And as we go through then, even on here, there's a bit of a swing round here to the left with your arms, and you kind of finish okay there. This was a straightish one that went quite high, okay? It was still a little bit high on the club face, and as I said, not because the tee's broken and stuff, but you've broken the tee because you're hitting the tee with that. If you think when you hit the golf ball, you should be hitting the ball on the way up and just clipping the bottom. I mean, you think where, if you were to put that on the driver face, you should be hitting it kind of here. You're hitting it basically there to catch it, aren't you? See, if that's the tee peg impact, there's the golf ball there, you see. So that's why it's just going through the left nostril. So the more you can get that sensation of hitting up on the ball, almost that kind of like topspin lob sensation, yeah? But as I said, once you see a golf ball do that, you're going to do whatever you can to send it that way, yeah? Now with an iron, you're good enough now to strike down the ball and get ahead of it and squeeze it left, and you hit the ball nicely with it, yeah? I'm not saying you have to change your iron swing, but it's more so with this driver, getting in a position where you can control the club face and at the same time get that club back on the golf ball square at the angle we want to get, yeah? We're always going to be a slightly higher launch hitter potentially because the way you strike it, but we don't want to be getting that launch angle. I mean, that's 37 because you skied it. Your not so sky drives like in the 20s. Ideally for that, you're looking at between 12 and 15, yeah, with your club head speed. And the lower loft now is going to help, but not going to completely eradicate it, okay? It'll bring it down a smidgen. But yeah, for me, you've got to get that sensation of finding that low point slightly off the ground and more on the base of the club, yeah? And you've got to be able to control that club face doing it, so it's staying behind and hitting shots where you feel almost like smaller and slower swings. Just chipping the ball with that length swing you're just doing there, yeah? Just halfway back and halfway through, and just try and get the sensation of sending the ball right to left, yeah? If you thump the ground like you did there, that's going up there, you see, yeah? And it might be not a bad idea to sort of help you feel this motion by hitting 7, 8, 9 iron and trying it like a little raking hook right to left, yeah? Really get a nice sort of low hooky feeling. Start off as your warm-up, trying to make some sort of like right to left benders, because you can shape it left to right all day, can't you? But a right to left shape's not really in your arsenal as of yet, yeah? It's not quite one you can just pull out and just, yeah, hit one right to left comfortably. You can hit it right, it goes right to further right, and you can hit it right to left starting left probably, but can you get one sort of starting right and drawing back, okay? But this is the time you're now going into the winter, we can spend a bit more time practicing with this, okay? Just get down the range and hit some balls and practice, man. That's what it's all about. But getting that feeling of being behind, under, and keeping those hands in front. So that DJ impact position, we saw the hands sort of level with the club head, but feel miles in front, yeah? We don't want them back here by your right thigh, trying to save the club face from being wide open, yeah? Okay, mate?